Ooni has done it once again. Every single day, the Ooni keeps proving to this woman that what you think does not matter to men, Olori Naomi is all that matters to men. Day after day, Ooni keeps proving this singular thing to this woman. And for a fact that they keep taking it for granted, they keep making it look like a joke, it is one of the things we have seen in recent times. So right now, no, my people, the Ooni has taken a step. Yes, we have been hearing rumor of Naomi returning back into the palace, Naomi this, Naomi that. The Oni has made it very, very clear to everybody that cares to understand that Naomi's coming back into the palace will be a feast. Yes, it will not just be a regular drive into the palace. He will throw a feast and he will invite every single person who is what's been present to see, to witness Naomi's return back into the palace on that very day. And something about what the Oni has just said that have struck differently is the fact that even in the days of this women's celebration, the Oni has never been this excited nor happy to celebrate with them like this. And these are the things that get them angry when it comes to this point, that Olori Naomi's stops always comes out different. It is always a thing for them. It is always something that will get them all worked up, and they will begin to, start being jealous. Yes, because jealous is the best word we can use, because right now that the Oni has shocked all of them, and even Olori Naomi wasn't expecting that. Naomi was expecting that her returning back into the palace is a normal thing now, because before she even steps her foot into the palace, everybody gets to know that, hey, Naomi is returning back into the palace, so she's coming back on this SSA day. Because the last time they even tried hiding the actual date Naomi was returning back into the palace, simply because of this woman. But this time around, the Oni is making it clear and known to everybody, because he has no fear of whosoever feels the person will drag her around. She doesn't have the fear of that person any longer. And what Naomi is trying to say is that as long as she, Naomi, exists, she will turn back into the palace to her husband, and she will return with her son, Prison.Oonirisha. So my people, the matter on ground right now is the Ooni has thrown all the Oloris off balance, because every single effort these Oloris are putting together, every single thing they are doing to make sure that Olori Naomi does not see the breaking of a day in the palace, it is beginning to be so abortive, to a point that the Oni is bringing in more news that would shock them, that will break them down. So my people, let's go back to last year, how it ended that Naomi could not make it back into the palace. After every single thing they did, after all the sacrifice, after all the cleansing, after all the jubilation traditions, every single thing they performed and they finished, they now discovered that every single thing was too close to Ojaja festival, to the Oloja festival. And what the elder said was that if they can hold on a little, let them focus on Oloja festival. Let it not be like they are having a divided attention, because they only had to go to the mountain and prepare himself to come carry the 80 kg crown and move around amidst his people. So because of that singular reason, Naomi was going to be live in the palace for the Oloja festival, but would return back into the palace after the Olojo festival. From that point, everybody began to say that they have started again. The last time they did like this, we ended up hearing rumor. We didn't see Naomi in the palace, and this rumor have never suits anybody in any way at all, because once it comes to this rumor of a thing, it is usually not so good. Yes, it is usually not so good. So, but my people, the matter on ground right now, it is stating categorically that the Oni has made it known to everybody that no matter what happens, if you want, come and fight. If you want, come and do whatever things you want to do. But Naomi is returning back into the palace this time around, and there is nothing anybody at all can do about it. So right now, these women who have fought tirelessly, these women who have done every single thing humanly possible, these women who have, gone to extent, who have done every single thing within their power to remain relevant, to be the ones who will be in charge of this matter, are now completely left out. Now remember that all the Oloris have been displaced out of the palace, and based on what we are hearing, the Ooni does not even want them around in any way at all, because every single person that tries to fight, the Oni also has his measures that he's fighting. Yes, the Oni is doing every single thing within his power to make sure that this woman stays off track. Yes, they completely stays off track. Ranging from Tobi, Tobi actually contributed a lot to this matter, to the point that Tobi could not even fake a pregnancy. Tobi down to a point of bringing in children, and the children does not belong to the Oni. All of those things could make the Oni think how much of what this women think of him. Yes, it can make him think that far, because if you think high of Oni, then you people should not do the things you do. Down to the point of this children's matter, it might seem like a little thing, but this children's matter has really dealt with the Oni. Because when the real father of these children entered the palace, the way the man spoke to the Oni, it was evident that if not that your wives did this, then why will I be here talking to you? It was so evident like that. But my people, at the end of this whole matter, you would come to a realization that the Oni did not do any mistake in marrying the wives he married. When the Oni was brought to the knowledge of him being able to marry as many wives as he can, because he has the right to be polygamous, it was not a wrong thing for him, because the Oni has always been the Oni. He has always been there. He has always been doing his stuff. And no matter what happens, no matter what progresses, no matter what comes out on this matter at the end of the day, everybody would know. Everybody will become so knowledgeable how far the Oni went to make sure that this woman stays on track. But they chose a different path for themselves. Yes, they chose a different path for themselves. So my people, right now, know, as the matter is going on and every one of us is seeing, no matter what happens at the end of the day, just know that these women have contributed immensely to whatsoever it is that is happening. Because right from Tobi to Miriam to Olori, they don't care. Even the ones who have not been talking, Ashley, Elizabeth, Temitope, Pedro, all of them put together, my people, they have contributed in one way or the other to whatsoever is happening right now. For a fact that there are certain persons who are facing the full effect, but all of them are facing it, because the only categorically said that none of them would escape this that is coming. And of course, it is coming in full force. It is coming like a rushing wind. It is coming in a manner that they cannot even escape it. Yes, that is it. So my people, right now, no, so this matter it can't take bio, and no matter how it is, this matter it will come to an end.